Good evening on this Thursday, the 16th of October 2025. Quite a momentous day it has been indeed. Thank you for choosing Newswatch on Hope TV. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Bonfils Murithi. Let's dive into the day's events. President William Ruto has today led thousands of Kenyans in paying their last respects to former Prime Minister Raila Odinga at Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi. The head of state arrived alongside Mama Ida Odinga and members of the Odinga family, marking the start of the public viewing ceremony. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi were also present to pay their respects. Following the official viewing by leaders and the Odinga family, members of the public began to view the departed leader's body. Earlier on, there was havoc at Kasarani Stadium during the public viewing of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's body. Thousands of mourners attempted to force their way into the VIP area, leading to clashes with security officers. The crowd, growing impatient, began hurling stones and chairs, prompting police to fire in the air and use tear gas to disperse them. At least 2 people were seriously injured and were treated at the scene by National Youth Service personnel. Order was later restored as viewing resumed under tighter security. It is now reported that more than 3 people have been shot dead in today's fracas. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport descended into chaos this morning as thousands of emotional mourners flooded the airport to welcome home the body of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. The scene was one of overwhelming grief and jubilation, but also confusion and disorder as security forces struggled to contain the surging crowd. President William Ruto, who was scheduled to lead the reception of Raila's body, was unable to do so as the crowds became unruly. Our reporter Kennedy Kimani with more on this.
The chaos began shortly after 9:30 a.m. on Thursday, when the Kenya Airways flight carrying the body of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga touched down at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport.
ODM, wana ODM. Tafadhalini, wana ODM. Tafadhalini, 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 ngoja. Tafadhalini, wacha tumalize hii. Ngojeni tumalize hii. Tafadhalini.
Almost instantly, crowds of mourners who had been waiting outside surged past security barriers and spilled into the airport grounds. The air was heavy with emotion as people pushed forward, many hoping for one last chance to see the man who had been a central figure in Kenyan politics for decades. Flags flew in the air, twigs were raised, and the sound of chants and songs filled the space. The mood was a mix of grief and deep admiration. What was meant to be a formal and solemn state reception quickly turned into a scene of confusion. Some mourners dropped to the ground, overcome by emotion. Others blew whistles and horns. Groups of boda riders, draped in national colors, rode in circles near the airport perimeter, adding to the disorder. Security personnel from the Kenya Defence Forces, National Youth Service and party marshals struggled to contain the swelling crowd. Supporters forced their way through cordons to get closer to the plane, disrupting the official program. President William Ruto, who was scheduled to receive the body, was escorted away to the presidential pavilion along with Ida Odinga. With security unable to hold the line, the official welcome was called off. Traffic on nearby roads came to a halt. The military carriage carrying the casket to Lee Funeral Home was delayed as security teams tried to clear a path through the mass of people. Officers from the General Service Unit were deployed but found themselves stretched thin. As the situation worsened, the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority announced a temporary suspension of all operations at the airport. The large number of people who had entered restricted areas posed a serious security risk, and officials moved quickly to stabilize the scene. Travelers were asked to avoid the airport while security teams carried out an assessment. A notice was also sent to all airlines to delay incoming and outgoing flights. By mid-morning, the airport remained under tight watch, with operations expected to resume once it was declared safe. Despite the disruption, the atmosphere among mourners remained largely peaceful. Many were there not to cause chaos, but to say goodbye to a man they saw as a symbol of struggle, resilience, and hope. Kennedy Kimani, Hope TV Newswatch, Nairobi.
Thank you, Kennedy Kimani, for that report. Now, in a rare show of unity in grief, President William Ruto and former President Uhuru Kenyatta stood side by side with the family of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport on Thursday morning as the nation received his body from India. The Kenya Airways flight carrying Odinga's remains touched down under heightened military and police security, with the airport temporarily restricted for the solemn occasion. The emotional arrival marked the beginning of a series of national tributes ahead of Raila Odinga's state funeral on Sunday. The Council of Governors has eulogized former Prime Minister Raila Odinga as a forthright leader and astute politician, the father and defender of devolution and a gentle giant who stood for true justice. In an extraordinary meeting of the governors this afternoon called to eulogize Raila, each of the governors present got an opportunity to sign a condolence book placed at the COG headquarters in his honor, as well as give personal tributes. Led by Chairperson Ahmed Abdullahi, Vice Chair Mutai Kahiga, and Whip Mudhomi Njuki, the governors asked their fellow politicians to emulate the fallen hero and forge a united front for the country.
The Right Honorable Raila Odinga believed that leadership was about service, not privilege. He reminded us that democracy must not only be spoken about, but lived through fairness, inclusion, and accountability. His belief in the power of the people was unshakable, and his actions over the decades demonstrated a deep love for Kenya, a love that transcended politics.
A man whose vision, courage, and lifelong commitment shaped the trajectory of our nation in moments when Kenya needed a voice of sobriety. His voice restored peace and tranquility in the nation that he so loved and cherished. The Right Honorable Prime Minister put nation over self and remained deaf to criticism as he fought to save our motherland. We, the people of Nyeri, will never forget.
For the 2 times when I was elected the governor of the Tharaka County, we were always not on the same side of the divide during elections, but we always found ourselves on the same side during working. That is after the elections. And really, this is what matters. Not what happens during elections that happens only within a day.
Caused by his death will be tumultuous, but his legacy will only be recognized when we keep peace and lay his body to rest in dignity.
And on that note, let's take a short break on Newswatch tonight. Stay tuned, we have more coming up.
Hi, my name is Sharon Aitore Wangenye. Thank you so much for being one of our viewers. We truly honor you and appreciate you. We'd love to know how you're receiving us, how your reception is in terms of the quality of the video and the audio as well. So please scan this QR code and give us your feedback. Thank you and God bless you.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive. Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries, with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station, with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live. Join John Carson every weekday as he takes us on a journey through the Bible.
Whoever shall seek to save his life, if you go back to living for yourself, you're going to lose it. But whoever shall lose his life, give up his life for my sake, he shall preserve it.
Enjoy interesting, knowledge-packed, yet simple teachings through his humor and in-depth understanding of God's Word.
The last people that tried to put God in a box, literally, he rose again. He wouldn't stay in their compartment. If God was small enough for me to figure out, he wouldn't be big enough for me to worship.
Tune in to Hope TV for John Carson every 10 p.m. 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. weekdays on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Welcome back. As the nation continues to mourn one of its most iconic political figures, on Friday, October 17th, has been declared a public holiday to honor the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. The announcement was made via a Gazette notice by Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen following Raila's passing in India at the age of 80. His death has sent shockwaves across the country, with mourners gathering nationwide to pay tribute as preparations for his final send-off continue. The National Funeral Committee has since announced that the burial will take place on Sunday, October 19th, in accordance with the family's wishes.
ODM, wana ODM, tafadhalini. We want to honor Baba.
Welcome to the world of Hope Media, a media unit of Christ is the Answer Ministries that is committed to spreading the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ through the transformative power of media. Hope Media is dedicated to utilizing various forms of media to spread the message of hope, love, and redemption to all people around the world. Hope Media consists of various units that work together to achieve this goal. These units include Hope FM. Hope FM is your #1 Christian radio station, offering you discussions on current day-to-day issues, inspiring music, life-changing sermons, and news updates, broadcasting 80% in English and 20% in Swahili, with listenership of over 12 million every month. Hope TV. Hope TV programming is designed to inspire, educate, and challenge the viewer with wholesome content to reach various demographic groups: children, youth, and adults, both male and female, with viewership of over 24 million every month. Hope Recording Studios. Hope Recording Studios is a state-of-the-art recording facility that offers high-quality recording, mixing, and mastering services. It is designed to meet the needs of musicians, artists, and other creative professionals who require top-notch recording facilities. Hope Creative. At Hope Creatives, we believe that inspiring graphic design work doesn't just happen. It takes the right people with wild, out-of-the-box ideas committed to the same ideals, working together to make it happen. We listen, we learn, we brand. Hope Digital. Hope Digital is a creative digital unit within Hope Media. We are driven by a passion to creatively express ourselves while influencing you with the same creative energy in online spaces and beyond. At Hope Media, we believe that media can be a powerful tool for spreading the message of hope as well as grow your business through advertisements. And we do this with excellence. For more information regarding our services, please visit www.hopemediakenya.org or call us on 0709 861 180. Hope Media, we keep hope alive.
Hi everyone, my name is George Gishoro, a presenter with Hope TV. Thank you so very much for continuing to support us by watching all our programs. Now, we would love to serve you even better. Now, we want to know where you are watching us from and the strength of the signal. You can scan the QR code and ensure that you answer all the questions in ensuring that you are getting us loud and clear with crystal pictures. So go ahead and fill in the QR code so that we can serve you better right here at Hope TV, where you look and live.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Hi, my name is Sharon Naitore Wangenya. Thank you so much for being one of our viewers. We truly honor you and appreciate you. We'd love to know how you're receiving us, how your reception is in terms of the quality of the video and the audio as well. So please scan this QR code and give us your feedback. Thank you and God bless you.
Welcome back. Siaya Senator and Raila Odinga's brother, Oburu Odinga, has been appointed as an interim ODM party leader. According to the party's National Executive Council, NEC, Raila has left a gap that no one can fill, not only in the party, but also in the entire nation, considering his efforts in championing for democracy and respect for the Constitution for over 4 decades. Samia Dika with more details.
Following the death of Raila Odinga, ODM National Executive Council has made draft and temporary changes to ensure smooth running of the party.
Keep the 2 minutes for every person.
In a meeting early Thursday, the committee unanimously appointed Oburu Odinga as its new party leader while remembering Raila Odinga as a father of democracy and a champion of human rights.
We believe in unity of purpose, a stronger democratic party and a party that must live on for many years to come. With this regard, the NEC has designated the Senator of Siaya County, Honorable Dr. Oburu Odinga, to be the acting party leader until the time that the top party organs will meet and elect a substantive party leader to fit in the big shoes that have been left by our leader.
ODM has also urged its supporters to mourn their leader in peace while observing his last wishes as outlined by the family.
The party is aligned with arrangements which are in accordance with the party leader's wish that when he dies, he should be laid to rest within 72 hours of his death. We shall strictly observe the program to the later until the day of his burial on Sunday, 19th October 2025.
All ODM offices across the country will remain open to allow their supporters pen their tributes to Kenya's second Prime Minister.
The party has opened condolence books in all our offices across the country. Members, supporters and the general public are free to visit any of the party offices at the county level to sign the condolence book, and in some instances the governor's offices.
With Oburu Odinga now assuming his late brother's role as ODM party leader, all eyes will now be shifted to Raila's burial in honor of his remarkable legacy. For Newswatch, I'm Sami Adika.
Thank you, Sami Adika, for that report. ODM party leaders in Kisumu West constituency have assured residents that the party remains united and strong despite the loss of its longtime leader. Led by their constituency chairman Charles Odwogo, the leaders addressed supporters at the party's local offices in Kisumu West, urging members to remain calm and honor Raila's legacy through peaceful mourning. Adwogo emphasized the importance of unity and resilience during this difficult time, adding that ODM's core values will continue to guide its members. The leaders also called on residents to avoid any acts of violence and instead show respect as the nation mourns.
Raila ni mtu shujaa, amepigania nchi ya Kenya hata bara la Afrika kwa mambo mengi zaidi. Na sana kama jamii ya watu wa Kisumu Magharibi tuko na huzuni mingi kwa sababu kupoteza mtu kama Raila sio rahisi, lakini kifo ni mpangilio ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Alipanga, ameita Raila Amolo, na hatuna mengi tunaweza kusema, bali ni kuambia watu wetu wa Kisumu Magharibi kwamba kiongozi ameenda na Mungu atakuwa na sisi.
Kwa hivyo sisi kama wanarika tunasema Raila Amolo Odinga alianza kupigania nchi yetu ya Kenya akiwa kijana kama sisi. Ndiposa anasema sisi kama vijana tunasema tumepoteza baba yetu, kiongozi wetu anayetupea mawaidha, yule ambaye alisimama kidete ili vijana pia wapate haki yao.
Kwa sababu ya Wakenya ameleta ugatuzi ili Wakenya wapate kuhudumiwa katika kiwango cha chini. Baba amelala, tuwaomba ya kwamba Wakenya tuwe na amani, Wakenya tuwe kwa pamoja. Jinsi baba alituacha, kwa wakati huu hatuwezi sema mambo za siasa.
Baba alianza hii na hii tutafika nayo pahali tulikuwa tunataka kufika. Waswahili walisema kuvunjika kwa mwiko sio mwisho wa kupika. Kwa hivyo nataka kuambia watu wetu, sana vijana wale wako kwa chama chetu cha ODM, bado tuko na kazi ya kufanya na tutafanya hiyo kazi hadi tamati.
Tumeanza kusikia kwamba kuna wale wameanza kuleta maneno ambayo nataka kutugawanyisha, kwamba hao wanajua kifo na wale ambao wameua baba. naongea na watu wetu, watu wa jamii wetu wa Luo, ya kwamba ukisikia yule anakuambia anajua yule ameua baba, huyo ni adui wako. Tunasema ni za Mungu ni mengi, na hao wanataka kufaidika kwa maneno ya kututawanyisha.
Top government officials and political leaders from both Kenya and India played a key role in coordinating the repatriation of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's body from India following his passing in India on October 15th. High-level diplomatic efforts were swiftly activated. Kenyan envoys, in collaboration with Indian authorities, ensured the smooth and dignified transfer of the statesman's remains back home. The repatriation process was marked by solemn ceremonies, among them Raila's daughter Winnie Odinga placing a hat on his casket. His body arrived in Nairobi Thursday morning to an emotional and rowdy welcome. In Kenya's history, there has never been a leader's death that has pierced in the people's hearts like that of Raila Odinga. The numbers of his supporters who came out to receive his body is proof that Raila had organic following. As Sami Adika reports, even in his casket, Raila still commanded a huge following, just like his rally days.
Kenya has lost presidents and vice presidents before, but former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's death is still a shocker to the country. Tens of thousands of mourners leaving their homes Thursday morning to salute their leader as he made his last international flight back home, this time in a casket. Despite Raila Odinga's burial committee having issued a procedure on how events will unfold, their desire to mourn the former premier could not be held back, forcing a revise on the schedule.
Tuna uchungu, hatujui tufanye nini. Yani tunalilia baba. Baba ni kiongozi ambaye hakuna mtu ambaye atafikia baba katika maisha yake yote.
For approximately 30 kilometers from JKIA through Mombasa Road to Thika Road, Odinga's supporters faithfully accompanied his remains while walking.
Anaweza kubuka na vitu mingi baba. Siwezi hesabu ziko mingi. Unaona hii devolution, si ni yeye. Hii saizi tu watu wanaongea hivi, si ni yeye. Sasa maneno ni mingi. Freedom. Maneno ni mingi bwana. Ndio maana nataka baba asipelekwe mochari. Leo tushinde na yeye hapa, usiku tukeshe hapa mpaka kesho asubuhi.
Even the 60,000 seater capacity stadium would not hold the numbers, posing a challenge to the security protocol, leading to disruption after a section of the supporters tried to gain entry to the VIP room where Odinga's body was placed before public viewing. Raila's influence transcended beyond the political class, with his close allies also unable to hold back their pain. Thursday's events will go to history, where no alternative voice from Odinga will command his followers, a towering figure in the Kenyan political sphere. For Newswatch, I'm Sami Adika.
Now, the county government of Uasin Gishu, in partnership with local leaders, has announced plans to set up huge screens within Eldoret town to enable locals follow happenings around ODM leader Raila Odinga's final journey. Kapseret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi and Uasin Gishu Deputy Governor Evans Kapkea said the screens will be mounted at Zion Mall parking lot on Friday during the state funeral service and Saturday when the body will be in Kisumu. A special prayer session is also scheduled for Sunday at Eldoret Sports Club with live coverage from Opoda Farm in Bondo. Meanwhile, Sudi described Raila as a close friend and a father whom he had known from 2004 through his son, the late Fidel Odinga.
Ni mzee, watu wengi hawako wanamjua. Unajua watu wengi kama hujakaa karibu na mtu wewe ukamjua. Raila ni mtu muungwana sana, mtu ako na historia, mtu ako na mawaidha, mtu ako na patience. Unaweza kana Raila for 3 hours more akikuongelesha, akikupea historia. Ni mtu nataka niseme ni msazi. Hata hii juzi hii kura ya juzi, baada mimi kupiga kura hapa, nilienda kule Nairobi, na wakati kura ilikuwa inahesabuliwa, niliongea na Raila mara mingi nikimwambia mzee, ikienda vile itaenda, sisi tuko na wewe. Ikikuja upande hii, sisi tuko na wewe. Na kama unataka kuconfirm, unaweza uliza rais wa sasa William Ruto. So leo tumesema tutaweka screen pale Sadmon yenye itatumika kesho na kesho kutwa. Alafu Sunday tutaweka screen kubwa pale Sports Club na maema pale, ndio wale wakiendelea kufuatilia mazishi kule Bondo, na pia watu wetu na supporters wa baba wafuate pia hapa wakiwa na starehe, wakijua sisi kama viongozi tunalia wote kama county na kama jamii.
In business, Faulu Microfinance Bank has reinforced its commitment to community well-being by launching a powerful corporate social responsibility initiative at the New Life Home Trust in Kilimani, the Trust, Nairobi. As part of the initiative, the bank donated cleaning materials, hygiene products, food supplies, and 100,000 shillings to support the home's mission of caring for abandoned and vulnerable children. This marked the first partnership between Faulu and the Trust, whose Nairobi branch currently supports between 40 and 50 children with essential services such as medical care, education, and a nurturing environment for growth and development. And in sports, Sanlam Kenya PLC is deepening its investment in local sporting talent by going beyond the track and into financial literacy. During a flag-off ceremony for a team of elite Kenyan athletes heading to compete in the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, the company announced plans to offer tailor-made financial literacy training to athletes. Sanlam Kenya Group CEO Dr. Nyamemba Tumbo said the initiative is part of a broader partnership with sports stakeholders to empower athletes during and beyond their professional careers. Presiding over the event was legendary marathoner and International Olympic Committee member Dr. Paul Tergat, who praised the initiative as a timely boost for Kenya's sporting fraternity. The Cape Town Marathon kicks off this weekend, and with Kenyan stars lacing up for the race and Sanlam backing them, both financially and mentally, it's a win-win on and off the track.
These elite runners represent Kenya, and they are our ambassadors to the Cape Town Marathon, which is Africa's candidate for the Airport World Majors. What we celebrate today is a truly unique model. It's a pioneering effort. This is the time in Africa that a partnership of this magnitude can focus specifically to identify, nurture, and financially empower athletes right from the grassroots. It's through Paul Tergat and ourselves that we have decided to work together as a partnership to be sending a team to the Cape Town Marathon.
And with that, it's a wrap on Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. God willing, see you tomorrow night, same time, same place, 9 p.m. Have a good night.